Hi Carrie, it's Dave from Optimal Resume. It was a pleasure speaking with you this morning, and this is that video that we talked about. I would get to you. I just wanted to review some of the things we discussed. The first thing is that to highlight the point that this program begins with a student opting in. I'll just kind of review how easy that is. Remember that a student can use an uploaded resume and opt that in, or can opt in a resume that they've created with the resume builder, such as this one. So works in either case, and they just check a box to opt in. In terms of privacy of information, you'll see that students can also hide their contact information. And when they do this, employers never are able to see their name or any personal identifying information. And then there are some optional items they can update below, like adding tags, which are optional. So, again, when the student does opt in, later, if they are invited to online interview or video conference, they would receive an email notification from the employer, would come back into the level of the resume that they've opted in, and can conduct those things here. As I showed you that I've already kind of sent in this online interview, and again, the student would basically conduct the video conference right here from the browser. So one of the big differences about ResumeGPS, as I demonstrated this morning, is that unlike Skype, this is and you can't see me now because my webcam is being used by the movie I'm making. When I go to the employer side, I'll disable that. So you can see that this actually, that it's working fine. It's just that I'm making a movie of this right now. But I think there are inherent advantages to having a browser-based video conferencing platform. And again, from the student side, this is very easy. Opting in is takes 2 seconds. So just wanted to show you that. Students can also receive messages and statistics on which employers have clicked on their resume here. Switching over to the employer side, if I refresh this page, as I mentioned right now, you talked about the hub. This is obviously a test account, employer account on our hub, but the idea here is that employers can come in and can filter the database on our hub for the schools that they're interested in. They can do filter the database based on skills and keywords, etc. Let's assume in this case that I'm interested in students from Optimal University, which is a search I ran earlier. Again, employers, if people make their contact info private, employers will never see those names. They'll only see the names of people that make it public. And then really the power of this is, I think, is, as I showed you just on the student side, is for the employer, it's the combination of resume searching. We have 220 schools in here now on the hub, from Ivy Leagues down to community colleges, a nice constellation of schools, nice mix. And as I think I showed you with this account, what's nice for the employer is, as opposed to telephone screening, which is what most employers will begin with after they receive a resume book, it's very easy for an employer to create a screening interview or interviews and send that to candidates that they're interested in. Employers would receive notification when there's a response, which is nice, and so they can come in on demand and basically start to hear candidate responses to the questions that they've answered. And I showed you that, and employers can kind of click through the questions and to kind of get a feel for the candidate. So that's one of the built-in video screening capabilities with GPS. Again, employers can come in here too, and if they like candidates' responses, they can rate candidates. I'm not sure if I showed you that, but it's a nice kind of summary of stars here, and they can filter down that later. A lot to show here. But at the highest level, again, this browser-based video conferencing, and what I'm going to do is pause the movie here right now so I can just show you that this is working properly because my movie's using this camera. One sec. So now that I've disabled the recording of myself with the camera, you'll be able to see that when I hit allow now, here I am. And so you can imagine, I think what's very nice about this is ResumeGPS is very simple from the student perspective. Opting in is a piece of cake, and employers who have access to this technology can search resumes and screen candidates using these two built-in technologies, which is, I think, very nice for disqualifying some candidates early in the hiring process. And I mentioned that these video conferences are they're flash-based, they're of unlimited duration, and they have built-in chat. And so we think these are a couple of very helpful tools for some number of employers. The other option that I wanted to talk to you about, or we went over, was, so this is the hub perspective. Again, employers on our corporate hub, optimalresume.com/employers, can search resumes and video interview candidates from all participating schools. Again, we have over 200 that are in the program right now. The other option we talked about, which you said might not make sense for you all, is kind of a university branded version of this. I'm going to close this browser and just for those others who you might refer this video on to, show an example at let's say Furman University. And to show you the difference. The idea with this is, let's put this functionality in a place where employers are already trafficking. And so you'll see here a nice university branded site for employers. This can exit. This basically would be a link that we would give the Career Center. You could put on your website, you could put behind your existing experience portal, or give to employers on request. But the idea is that on a university's branded site, it only has students from that institution, otherwise all of the same functionality. And in terms of what are the costs for employers on the university branded option, again, if schools want to make this free for employers, we can definitely arrange that. We have kind of a sliding scale. If you can just tell us the number of employers and the level of free access for each. And so I think that covers most of this. Again, we think this is a nice, fills kind of a nice gap in the recruiting process now by kind of bringing Skype together with the resume searching and resume book piece. And I'd be happy to give you more information if needed, but thanks very much for talking with me this morning, and I hope you all find this software interesting, and we'd love to work with you guys. So have a good day, Carrie. Thanks. Bye.